it's Reshteh. We're back in my apartment, and today we're gonna make an iconic Persian dish called Reshteh. Ash in Farsi means soup, and Reshteh is the noodles. The soup is thickened with 3 kinds of beans, as well as green lentils. It's filled with herbs, spinach, scallions. There are 4 different kinds of garnishes you're putting on this. We got caramelized onions, we got crispy garlic, we've got the kashk, and we've got the mint oil. Like, damn, it's pretty good. So we're gonna start cutting up our onions and caramelizing them. Can you see how my table just shakes so badly now? This piece of junk, I need to get a new table. I probably could just use my tools. The funny thing is I have a tool set and it's pink because I'm a girl. First of all, it's this little tiny suitcase. The best part is the little tiny cute hammer in it too. Like, this is what we're working with here. So maybe later I'll pull out these tools and fix this old butcher block. We're gonna go back to our onions. Everybody says that if I light a candle, I won't cry from the onion. Should I do that?
Yeah, try it. You have one.
Yeah, I do. Watch this. My candelabra. If this helps, I'm literally gonna be blown away. Isn't this lovely? I don't know who told me to light a candle, but we're gonna go big and light 3 and see how this works. My knife, just FYI, I sharpened it right before I started, so it's not my knife. Obviously the candles aren't helping. Someone else said you could put a spoon in your mouth. Should I put a spoon in my mouth while I do this? I'm gonna get a spoon as well. Now I can't cough, but at least I won't cry. Oh, I'm crying a little bit. I am crying still, but also I think it's because I got to the 1 onion, and I think it's just like this 1 strong onion in the bunch. Right at the end, I started to cry a little bit, but that was a pretty good run. Oh, mama, I'm really going for it now. Okay, well, 1 candle went out. The spoon helped. Rinsing my knife was definitely a help. Well, now I just have to do them all the time. Oh, maybe you light the candle and then breathe in the smoke. That kind of helped a little bit. Okay, back to our bullshit, okay? Let's do this. We're gonna caramelize our onions in this pot. This is gonna be the same pot that I use for my soup, my ash. We've got about a 1/4 cup of canola oil here, vegetable oil, and neutral oil. Caramelizing onions is a slower process. It doesn't happen in 10 minutes. It's gonna take about 40 minutes to do this. So I'm gonna start over like medium high, and then I'm gonna lower the temperature a little bit and then continue to cook the onions, just kind of scraping. And now we wait for the onions to caramelize. So our onions are going, but we want, like, this is like browning our onions. We want a deep caramelization. And then we're gonna use some crispy garlic also. The cool thing about doing the crispy garlic, yes, you can buy 100% store-bought crispy garlic, or you can also buy crispy shallots to put on top. Some people don't put the crispy shallots or garlic on top. I like it. I kind of like that textural difference. Because the ash, the soup, is so thick and you've got all the beans and things, I think that the difference in texture with having the crispy onions and garlic on top is also really nice. I think what I'm gonna do is break it up a little bit so it's not completely like in little slivers. So we've got some nice thinly sliced garlic. We're gonna take the garlic in the back and heat up some oil and start frying this garlic up too. We're not gonna use a deep fry thermometer to see how hot our oil is. I'm just kind of heating it up over like medium high right now. And I can just kind of test. I put a little bit in here and see how it just sizzles right away. The oil's hot enough, so we're gonna put our garlic right on in there. Now it goes pretty fast in there. Okay, so that's pretty good. Look at that, golden, beautiful. And it's just gonna keep on getting color as it sits, and we'll be able to crumble it up. Now, obviously, I love to season it with a little bit of salt. Meanwhile, let's check on our onions. And just remember when you're caramelizing onions to scrape up like some of the brown bits stick to the bottom. I might add a little bit of water here and there to help kind of loosen up some of the color and, you know, the sugars. Okay, the garlic looks so good. Oh man, it smells good, tastes good. It'll be an amazing addition to the top of our ash once ready to eat it. While our onions are caramelizing, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping all of my herbs. I'm really multitasking over here. So we're gonna use a pound or so of spinach. We're gonna cut this on up. And then we're gonna use 3 bunches of scallions, a bunch of parsley, and 1 bunch of cilantro. Popeye would be so proud with all this spinach, am I right? Let me just start off by saying also, all you Iranian moms and aunties and dads and people out there, everyone has such different recipes. I did all the research. I looked to see what everyone else is doing as well. Some people use dill in theirs as one of the bunches of herbs. Some people don't use cilantro. So I'm gonna thinly slice my scallions. So this is oftentimes eaten during the Persian New Year. And a lot of food that we eat during the Persian New Year is very symbolic. Oftentimes they're full of green herbs and vegetables because, you know, the Persian New Year falls on the first day of spring. And so the reason why it's the New Year then is that it's new life. Things are green, things are popping up. It brings luck because of, you know, all the green in it. And then the twists and turns of all the noodles in the soup are symbolic of all the different paths that life can lead you on. So eating this will often bring, you know, you and your loved ones good luck for the new year. There goes my table, shaking all over the place. There's like an earthquake in my apartment right now. My dad didn't make this when we were growing up, but I feel like I was more introduced to ash at Taste of Persia, which is like a little restaurant that was in the front of the pizzeria. Saeed, the owner, he would make ash, and I started eating it here in New York, and I was just like, I don't remember ever having this, but my sister and I were talking when we went to Iran. She was like, oh, don't you remember Auntie Shala used to make that? And she's like, I had that like delicious white stuff over the top and all the noodles. And we definitely like ate it when we were in Iran. My auntie makes the best one. So I'm doing my best to replicate what she did. Again, same thing with the spinach. We can just cut off kind of like the bigger stems at the bottom and then just mainly use the leaves, okay? And again, the spinach is also like a rough chop. My spinach and my herbs are ready. My onions are just about ready. I'm gonna add some turmeric into the onions and then scoop out half of them to save them to kind of garnish the soup with at the end. I've got 3 kinds of beans here. Kidney beans, we've got chickpeas, and navy beans. So I've soaked them all, equal amounts of all 3 of them overnight, and we're gonna cook them in the broth. Yeah, and you could use just 2 of the beans if you wanted to. You don't have to use all 3. But why would you? Use all 3, okay? Plus the lentils, all right? Because this is the recipe I'm giving you. You should follow it. Or not. Do what makes you happy. Oh, these onions look good AF. Scraping up all that good flavor at the bottom. So we're gonna add in our turmeric. Cook it for another minute or so. We're gonna set aside half to use for garnish later, and we're gonna keep on building our soup. So good, we love them. To my onions that are in here with the turmeric, I'm gonna add my cilantro. This is my parsley, this is my scallions. We're gonna cook this until the scallions are pretty soft. So it's gonna take around like anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe even 10 minutes, okay? And you know me, I like to season everything as I go. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. That also is gonna help draw out the moisture and help soften them. And these are just gonna cook. And I guess I'll drain my beans. Whoop. Nicely drained. This is cooking down very nicely as well. Snack and cheese. Snack and cheese while you make your ash. This smells so good. You can smell all the herbs. You can smell the turmeric in there as well. You're eating snack and cheese. What more in life could you ask for? Okay, so our scallions and our herbs are nicely cooked down. So next up, we're gonna add in our spinach and let that wilt. Season the old spinach. The spinach is wilted. We're gonna add in all of these beautiful beans. We're also gonna add in these green lentils. You could use like a brown lentil as well, but these are really nice. They're gonna maintain their integrity a bit, so. Right on in. And then we're gonna add in our water. We're gonna bring this to a boil, cover it, lower the heat to maintain a simmer, and just let this kind of cook probably about an hour, hour and a half until the beans are tender, okay? Okay, it's come up to a boil. Beautiful. We're gonna lower the heat, cover it, and let it simmer for about an hour and a half until the beans are tender. Okay, our ash has been cooking for about an hour, hour and a half almost. The beans are nice and tender, as are the lentils. We are going to add our noodles, or reshteh. If you don't have these guys, they're just like a enriched wheat noodle. You could use something like linguine. They're like a flat noodle. I think fettuccine could also work in a pinch. And they're gonna cook in there for, I don't know, 12, 14, 15 minutes. I'm just gonna stir it as they cook in there. You're gonna eat ash reshteh when, during the Persian New Year usually. You might eat this particular ash when your friends are going on a journey or your family's going on a journey, a trip. It kind of wishes them well. You usually eat it maybe like right when they're leaving or a few days after to kind of wish them luck on their journey. Now, nobody's going on any trips anytime soon with the way things are these days, but maybe all the more reason in case your family does have to go on a little journey to eat some of this to keep them safe from anything and to wish them luck. And while this is cooking, we're gonna make our mint garnish, okay? I'm actually just gonna use some of the oil that I have left over from frying the garlic. Just wanna strain out any bits that are in there. Just heating up the oil over medium, and then I'm gonna add my dried mint. Okay, so the oil is nice and hot. I'm going to add my mint right in there. And we're just gonna quickly move it off the heat. That's it. And don't forget to keep stirring. This is a thick soup, okay? You wanna stir while the noodles are in there because, I mean, there's all these beans, all this, the lentils, and everything kind of thickens up, and it's like any kind of stew, it'll stick to the bottom. Now we're getting down to business, okay? This is one of my favorite ingredients maybe of all time. It's right up there with the old Dijon mustard, okay? It's called kashk. It's a Persian style whey. You can buy it online. You could use, I think some people use sour cream sometimes, some people use yogurt. You're just gonna wanna thin it down. If you wanna keep it dairy free, you could also use vinegar because it's gonna add that, like this is a fermented kind of product. Vinegar will be a nice replacement. So we're gonna add a bunch of this to the soup. And then I'm gonna also, you usually drizzle some on the top. So I'm going to thin this out a bit. Thank God that you can order things online nowadays. And online, baby, the old World Wide Web. Thank goodness for that. So we're adding in just a little bit of water to loosen it up because we wanna make it into something we can drizzle over top of the soup at the end, okay? All right, that's looking good. This is nice and like drizzly now. So that's beautiful. Where have you been all my life, kashk? Put it right up there in the things I love most in life. Pete Davidson, Dijon mustard, pizza, kashk. This looks great. So we're gonna add in more kashk and we'll season it with maybe a little bit of salt and it'll be ready to go. Are you ready? I'm ready. Look at this, so many noodles. We're gonna do some of these caramelized onions. I mean, talk about a soup that has its garnish game on point. We're gonna do the garlic on top too. We're gonna do a drizzle of the old kashk, and now the oil. I mean, this is truly a thing of beauty. Ooh. Oh man, this is so good. I mean, you just feel like comfortable and calm and happy and warm. You know, we have like layers of different flavors in there. We've got the caramelized onions, there's the crispy garlic, all the noodles, the kashk, the mint, the herbs that have been cooked down in there, and the spinach, all those beans. Like this is honestly a bowl of goodness. For this recipe and more, click the link below. #CookMunchies. Enjoy. I can't wait to eat this. I can't wait to eat this. Yeah, 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 eat this. Dude, guess what I can't wait for? To eat this.